is good, Ninja? OJ over here from PlayerEssence, and welcome to another PE Nintendo Switch and Gaming News video. Make sure you check out my ARMS Amino app and ARMS Ranked Gameplay Battle after this one because I think it was pretty cool. The ARMS Amino team was really nice to me. They set me up with that. So make sure you check that out when you get a chance. But we do have some awesome information for you guys in this video, so let's go ahead and get right into it. Platinum Games' Atsushi Inaba has talked about how Nintendo was partly responsible for the birth of the Ace Attorney franchise. So this was actually from an interview that I covered, but I didn't cover this part and I wanted to talk about it. Source Gaming was the one with the interview. Let's go ahead and get right into the question and answer. Do you have time for one more question? You were the original producer for the Ace Attorney series. It was a rather unusual idea for a game at the time. Do you have any memories of its development that might interest fans? And here's what Inaba had to say. In the beginning, it was really hard to do. It was released on the Game Boy Advance, which was generally thought of as a children's gaming device. So there was a lot of doubt about whether people would actually buy this kind of game. When I proposed the idea within the company, people just told me, this is never going to fly, that doesn't work, that's a dumb idea. That made me kind of angry at them a bit. So I went to Nintendo and asked them if they could help me out with this idea. They helped me build on it. At the beginning, nobody wanted to make it, but after it turned out to be popular, everyone was saying things like, hey, when are you making a second one? So this is absolutely amazing, and I had no idea Nintendo actually encouraged Inaba to make the Ace Attorney franchise as far as the game goes. And if you guys remember, Platinum Games, all those dudes used to be at Capcom. They used to work for Clover, or the studio's name was Clover. So that's the reason why, if you're wondering like why Inaba, who's Platinum, is talking about the Ace Attorney franchise, because he used to be there and he was the original creator of it. So it's pretty cool that Nintendo was able to help out and get Ace Attorney to what it is at this point. It's funny because that totally seems like a Capcom thing to do, is completely write off something, but then when it turned out to be super popular, hey, make some more. So really cool, awesome for Inaba. Obviously, I know he moved on from the Ace Attorney franchise, but it has a bright future for the most part, and I'm wondering when they're going to make an Ace Attorney game for the Nintendo Switch, because that will be the time that I think that I will probably get into the franchise. I've played one of the games after everyone hounded to me to play it, so I played the 3DS game and I thought it was okay. It's not necessarily my style, but they're interesting, and I think that if they put it out on the Switch, I'd be more inclined to play it if they did do that. So let me know what you guys think about the Ace Attorney franchise, in addition to what Inaba had to say on the matter as well. Alright, and moving on to the next article here, we have some Splatoon 2 news, so file size and more. The Nintendo Switch UK eShop listing for Splatoon 2, and we found out some more information on the game. So of course the supported languages: English, Spanish, French, German, Italian, Dutch, and Russian. The supported TV play modes, you've got tabletop mode, you've got the handheld mode, and you've got the TV mode. And the file size, which is the big one, is only 3.1 gigabytes in file size. So you can download Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle at 2.3 gigabytes and Splatoon 2 at 3.1 gigabytes, under 6 gigabytes of space for two big AAA first-party games for Nintendo. So that is very good as far as file space goes, and I think it's even, is it smaller than the Wii U? I'm not sure if it's smaller than the Wii U one, but either way, they're optimizing, they're making sure there's not a lot of leftover code and all that, and they're just making sure their game file sizes are small because people know, or at least we all know, that it's a handheld system as well. So you want to make sure you can download it and not have to worry about space as much. I love the fact when they do small file sizes. But even speaking more of Splatoon 2, the official Nintendo UK account talked about some different weapons from the Squid Research Lab. So the weapons of Splatoon 2 Part 1. This was posted today on the account, so let's go ahead and get into the article here. Splatoon 2 is now less than 1 month away. It arrives on the Nintendo Switch on July 21st and has a large collection of incredible weaponry available to you to try out from the get-go. Each weapon also comes with a sub-weapon and a special weapon that can change the tide of battle in your favor. Experimentation is key. Try a variety of combinations with different sub-weapons and special weapons to find the playstyle that suits you. Let's take a look at some of the ARMS you'll find available on July 21st. Then they go over the Blaster, the Octobrush, Splattershot Pro, Dynamo Roller, and Splash-O-Matic. So this is awesome stuff here. Definitely if you want to get into the Splatoon universe beforehand. We do have a Splatoon 2 Nintendo Direct going down at the end of the week. I did a video on it. I'll make sure to link that in the description below. There's going to be a lot of great Splatoon 2 information on there, going over some of the stuff as far as the game modes, and potentially revealing some things here or there. So I think it's going to be pretty fun to watch that Splatoon 2 Direct. If I can stream it, I will, but I'm not sure if I'll be able to stream it. But if I can't stream it, I'll definitely be tweeting about it as well. So you guys excited for Splatoon 2 on the Nintendo Switch? Let me know in the comment section below. Alright, and moving on to the last article here. The Japanese game industry sees a sizable boost for the first 6 months of 2017 thanks to the Nintendo Switch. So this is a lot of information to go over, and it comes from Kantan Games Inc. and the CEO blog by Dr. Sukan Toto. So let's get into this information here. So the market, video game market, hardware and software combined for the first half of 2017 reached the US 1.35 billion in sales. Hardware sales were up, software sales were up. The total was 153.2 billion yen. This is the first increase in 3 years in Japan's console market when considering the first 6 months in the year. 3 months of the Nintendo Switch contributed to the industry were apparently enough to turn a very likely minus into a plus. Here's the hardware ranking for the first 6 months of 2017. You have the Nintendo Switch at 1,016,473 units sold. Then you have the Sony PS4 at 877,630 units sold, with a total of 4,799,246 units sold. Then you have the Nintendo 3DS, 872,620 units sold, for a total of 22,784,033 units sold. Then we have the PS Vita with 260,296 units sold, with a grand total of 5,507,715 units sold. Then you have the Microsoft Xbox One with 5,093 units sold and a total of 78,041 units. Now, for the first 6 months, as far as software rankings go, Monster Hunter Double Cross for the 3DS was number 1 with 1.6 million units sold. Pokemon Sun and Moon for the Nintendo 3DS was number 2 with 527,862 units sold. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe for the Nintendo Switch was number 3 with 501,614 units sold. Zelda Breath of the Wild for the Nintendo Switch was number 4 with 464,480 units sold. Number 5, Super Mario Maker for the Nintendo 3DS, 397,656 units sold. Number 6, Biohazard 7, or Resident Evil 7 Biohazard, for the PS4 with 324,066 units sold. Number 7, Nier Automata for the PS4 with 311,906 units sold. And then we have a game that I can barely pronounce, Momotaru Densetsu 2017 for the Nintendo 3DS with 263,790 units sold. After that, we have Yokai Watch Sukiyaki for the Nintendo 3DS with 215,297 units sold. And lastly, but surely not least, 1-2 Switch for the Nintendo Switch with 200,807 units sold. So awesome stuff there. Great numbers for Nintendo and the industry across the board. And obviously with the Nintendo Switch boosting a lot of sales there. PS4 not doing too bad either for Japan, and kind of the system that it is. Obviously it's geared more towards the Western market than it is the Japanese market, although it's getting a ton of different Japanese games. But overall, the Japanese market is really just into portables more than anything, because the Nintendo 3DS is such an old system and it's pretty much selling right there with the PS4. And overall, 22 million units sold in Japan. That is incredible considering the population of Japan compared to the rest of the world. And then the total sales of the Nintendo 3DS, I think, are at near 70 million. Yet Japan has 22 million of those sales. Very good for Japan. Very good for Nintendo. And I think it's very clear to see why they took the path that they took after looking at the numbers and really putting it into perspective. Look at the 3DS. Obviously, look at the Wii. Look at what Nintendo did before that. And then the GameCube even before that. The Wii sold half of what the Nintendo 3DS did in Japan, and the 3DS isn't even Nintendo's most popular handheld of all time when it comes to Japan. So definitely it was a good idea overall for them to say, hey, we're going to try to see if we can make something that we know is going to be a hit in Japan, and hopefully it takes off with its hybrid nature of being a console and a handheld. So good call by Nintendo on that one, and it got them over 1 million units in sales in about 17 weeks, faster than the PS4 and the Wii U. So let me know what you guys think about all of these numbers here, and I think that a lot of support will definitely be incoming because of these great sales to the Nintendo Switch. Alright guys, that wraps it up for this video here. Go ahead and check out the links in the description below. We've got Facebook, we've got Twitter. Go ahead and give us a like and a follow on all of our social media. Really helps spread the content of PlayerEssence across the interwebs in addition to YouTube. Also, make sure you check out our Patreon page. Pledge any tier. We entered in to win some awesome prizes. And we got $10 prized eShop tournaments for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. We'll have Splatoon 2 as well, ARMS, and so much more. Plus Discord voice chat for all of our live streams. Also, make sure you hit that like button if you did like this video. Lets me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future. And subscribe to PlayerEssence for the latest news, reviews, discussions, and more. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you, Ninja, for the next video. Peace.